Hi, I'm Jen, Tri Coach, and today we'll be talking about the similarities and differences between cycling and triathlon apparel and how to choose your race day triathlon kit. Now, most triathletes own a combination of cycling and triathlon apparel because cycling for long distances is more comfortable in cycling specific gear. So the first piece is your bib shorts. Now, these are made specifically for cycling. You won't want to do a triathlon in them because the chamois or the padding in them is quite thick. It's designed for maximum comfort over many miles. These are great for long training days in the saddle, riding on the trainer where it's harder on your butt to sit in the saddle for an extended period of time. I have several pair of bib shorts and cycling shorts that I have in my rotation that I use specifically for cycling training. These are great to have in your wardrobe, but they're not good for race day. Now, there's an age-old debate, which is better, a two-piece or a one-piece triathlon kit for your race day. And there are pros and cons to both. But the first thing that we'll want to consider is comfort. What's most comfortable to you? Especially as you're getting into the 70.3 and Ironman distance races, comfort is king. And anything that will make it less uncomfortable to be out there, the better. You'll want to make sure that the bottoms of your kit, whether you have a two-piece or a one-piece, fit you very snugly. Anything that moves is probably going to cause chafing, so you'll want to be mindful of that. And also pay attention to where the seams hit you. If there's a seam that's anywhere where it's going to rub, that's going to cause chafing, especially if you're a heavy sweater or if you're in an environment that's salty. All of those things are going to add to the risk of chafing. So make sure that it fits snugly and it's very comfortable. It's gonna feel a little bit tighter than what you're typically used to wearing. Now, for the tops, for a two-piece, they do come with sleeves or sleeveless. This is again a preference thing, especially short course, sprint, and Olympic distance triathletes tend to prefer more sleeveless because it's less restrictive in the swim and it's a little bit more comfortable. But they're also going to be outside a lot shorter period of time, so they need less sun protection. For the longer course triathletes, we prefer the sleeves because it gives us a little bit more sun protection. For triathlon specific kits, they are designed to add a bit of aerodynamic benefit with the sleeves. So that is something to consider. Now, this happens to be a cycling top, but for the purposes of this, it works. Many triathletes do wear cycling tops when they're out in 70.3 and Ironman distance races. Gives you lots of extra storage in your back pockets. This is a great option for longer distance races, even if it's a cycling top, not a triathlon top, because the pockets are a bit bigger. Now, cycling tops fit a little bit looser. That's okay, especially as you're getting into the sport. The aerodynamic benefit of having a skin-tight suit is not as great as you might think. Again, comfort over everything else, especially if you're going into the longer distances. Your next option is a speed suit or a skin suit. These are gonna fit quite tightly. They're gonna be more tight around the lower portion of your body to give you that comfort and prevent the chafing. They do have the thinner chamois, the thinner pad in the crotch. It's going to give you some padding, some protection on the bike, but it's not going to absorb nearly as much water. And it's going to be a lot more comfortable to run with than a bike chamois. So this is a great option for all distances. Now, some pros and cons though. With a one-piece skin suit like this, you're going to want to make sure that it fits properly. You're going to want to have enough range of motion in the shoulders so that you're not fighting it on the swim. You're going to want to make sure it's nice and tight in the lower section to prevent chafing, and you're just going to want to make sure that there's no seams or areas that are going to rub as you wear this suit. One thing to consider is if you're especially going to be racing long course, this is a little bit more difficult to get on and off, especially if you have to stop at the porta potties and take a pit stop. Some triathletes prefer not to have to deal with that, which is why the two-piece option is a really good choice. And some people, like myself, prefer to have a one-piece because if it's a two-piece, the top might ride up or just be uncomfortable, especially on the run. So there's a lot to consider that's personal preference in that choice. Now, as you're getting into the sport, you're going to want to test and try not just different kit and different apparel, but also different brands. Every brand fits a little bit differently, and you'll find over time which brands you prefer the best. So I like to have some cycling shorts, some cycling tops, some tri-shorts, and my speed suits in my training and racing rotation so that I've got different things for different scenarios and different weather conditions. As you're building your kit, a great way to save money is to look in Facebook Marketplace and eBay and shop the end of season sales to get some great deals on pieces that you want to try, or you're not sure if you like the brand or not. That's a great way to test different things and find what you like.